Now let's talk about expansion or removal of bracket. Now this is very important when we start doing anything more complex in algebra. Any simplification, any further calculation requires you to use important functionalities around expansion. Okay, so we will learn about expansion now. Some basic rules of expansion. So let's say you have A and you have two quantities within bracket, right? Remember, in algebra this becomes a bit complex because b plus x cannot be added directly, so they have to be written b plus x every time. Now this is a total quantity which is different from b and different from x. Remember, they have to be separately treated, and basically it's different from b, this is different from x, this is a combined quantity b plus x. So every time we multiply a to this combined quantity, we need to multiply this to, if we have to expand, we have to multiply a to b and then keep the same sign, and you have to multiply a to x as well, right? And this is a very important concept for us to learn expansion. Similarly, let's say if you have a, b minus c, right? So you will get a value of a times b minus a times c. Okay, let's take some other examples. So this is how a formula works. This is what you would do when you have things like this. You just will multiply the outside quantity with all the quantities that are in the bracket. So let's say you have a, b plus c minus d, right? So how will we expand this? A times b plus a times c minus a times d, right? A gets multiplied with everything. Let's take another example. 4m m minus 5 is equal to, 4m gets multiplied with m gives you 4m squared. Okay, 4m gets multiplied with minus 5. Remember, 4m gets multiplied by minus 5. So 4 times 5 is 20. So this is minus 20m. Okay, next one. We have to do minus 2x plus 3. So what do you have outside the bracket is minus 2. How do we go about it? We take minus 2 times x, so minus 2x. Similarly, we have to take minus 2 times 3. So what is minus 2 times 3? Minus times positive number will give you a negative number. So minus 6. Okay, that is your expanded answer to this question. Now, sometimes people may get confused with things like this, minus 2x minus 3. So when there is no number but just minus, essentially it is minus 1, right? So in order to expand things like this, we will do minus into my 2x is minus 2x. This minus is basically minus 1. So minus 1 times minus 3 is plus 3. That would be your answer. Okay, so if there is no number but only a sign and you have to expand this or open this bracket, you have to assume this number is 1, minus 1. Okay, now let's take some more example of expansion, and this is going to be very important, so we need to understand this very clearly. 5 times x plus 3 plus 4 times x minus 3. So these are different problems. So we use 5 times x is 5x plus 5 times 3 is 15. right? Then 5 plus 4 times x is 4x, and 4 times minus 3 is minus 2. So just expand it. Remember, now you can simplify and you can add similar quantities. 5x plus 4x is 9x. 15 minus 12 is 3. You can further take 3 common because there is something common, 3x plus 1. You can leave it here, or this may be your final answer. Both are correct. Okay, so let's take some more examples like these. Okay, x squared times 2x minus 5. Okay, plus 3x okay. So x squared minus 2x times 2x, sorry, and then minus x squared times 5 plus 12x squared minus 9x. We are just multiplying this term with both. There is a logic. Okay, because it is outside the bracket, which means it has to be multiplied by everything, and that's what we do. So this gives you 2x cubed minus 5x squared plus 12x squared minus 9x. Any further simplification? 2x cubed. These two are similar quantities, so we can add or subtract them. So this is minus 5x squared and plus 12x squared. Forget about x squared. Minus 5 and 12 would be plus 7 x squared. The coefficient remains the same. You can leave it here, or you can take x common. This is 2x squared. X common means, because you can see that there is a factor which is common in all three of them. So what you do is take that outside the bracket and then divide by that the entire expression. So I've taken x common, so that's outside, and then so this gets divided by x, gives you 2x squared. This gives 7x, and this gives minus 9. That would be your answer. So when you take something common, you can keep that outside the bracket, but then you have to divide by that quantity across the expression through all the different terms. Okay, we'll do one more example of this type, and then I'll ask for you to give me any questions that you may have. Okay, 3x times 2x minus 4, and then you have minus 3 minus 4x. So hope you can still see it. We'll do the same. 3x into 2x is 6x squared. So 3 into 2 is 6. X times x is x squared. 3x into minus 4 is minus 12x. Okay. Remember we spoke about minus being outside. Minus being outside means you have minus 1. So minus 1 times 3 is minus 3. Minus 1 times minus 4x is plus 4x. Any similar quantities? Yes. 6x squared doesn't have a similar quantity. It stays that way. Minus 12x and plus 4x become, tell me, minus 8x minus 3. That's your answer. Okay. So what we have done today is the expansion and multiplication and division of algebraic fractions. If you like what we are doing, if you think this is useful, like the video, like, subscribe and share. Thank you.